Well, we've finally arrived. Number 6. And this one doesn't look like anyone has tried to take it apart. The sticker is all intact underneath. It's only just beginning to lift at the edges, so I don't think anyone's peeled this off before. You can see there it's just beginning to peel off at the edges. Let's see if we can get it off without doing any damage. Because if we can get it off without damaging it, we know that we can just stick it back on, but some of these are very tight. Oh, I think it's coming. It's some sort of plasticky label, so it survives quite well. I think if it was paper you wouldn't get it off, not in one piece. Oh. There we are, so we've got that off. This one's completely dead. You can see no light on, nothing. This one's completely dead. So let's pull the screws. Whoa, that's tight. Right, 1, 2, 3. Let's go back to that one. No, whoa, we'll have to put this. I've got this on the bottom setting, so it's not surprising. Move it up to number 4 and see what we get. Crikey, that is tight. Let's try 7. Oh, there we go. Remember to move this back down to number 1 for when we put it together. Right, there we go. Another screw, another screw, another screw. So there's our 4 screws. Right, this one's probably got sticky tape under the edges, judging by the others, so it never ceases to amaze me, the quality of these. Look, it's hard to even see the joint. Can't get a fingernail in it down there. Oh, there we go, got it. Come on, you can do it, come apart. I prefer pulling these apart with fingers rather than a screwdriver or something. It's amazing how often something just cracks and breaks when you lever at them. Oh, there we go, got it. Right, now, is that going to come up or is that just going to jam? Oh, there's a red light come on. Oh, that's odd. If I pull the switch we get a little red light coming on. Oh, looks like that's going to can't fall out, so that's so you can see the glue is obviously sticking quite tight on this one. Bit of double-sided tape. It's only a tiny little square of tape. Oh, there goes that. Ah! Right, trigger. Well, this one is really quite clean. There we are. There's our switch. Oh look, now we've got something happening. The light is coming on. What if we press this now? No, still nothing up at this end. Right, let's get this off of the tape that's on this end. Keep wiggling it. Right, that's coming off, I think. Come on, you can do it. Oh, I see what's happening. The light's sticking. There we go. Right, we got caught by this on one of the earlier ones, so let's just check that this is all free to turn okay. Oh yeah, that's lovely and free. And you can see, I mean, the top of it looks as good as new, so I think it's possible we won't even need to take that one apart. Oh, it's letting me turn it. Oh, that's brilliant. Sometimes it just locks up. But no, that one's letting me turn. Yep, so I think that's probably going to be fine. We may not even need to take that apart. Let's try this switch again. Oh, we've got a green light trying to come on. I wonder if that's just telling me the battery's too flat to turn the motor, or the motor's stuck. Let's try No, I can turn the motor with my fingers. Right, let's lift that out. Oh. Yep, that all looks okay. Right, that looks okay. So these all need to go off, be washed, so we'll stick those over there. I think the first thing we need to do is let's see, that's plus at that end, just remind us, put a little red dot there to remind us that black is plus. I'll just turn the soldering iron on. Yes, it's interesting, isn't it? If you remember, if you've watched some of these, the previous one that I just put together, which would have been number 5, one of these tabs faced this way, which is perfect, because it clears all the innards, and the other one was over on this side on this other one, and it was going to get in the way of the plastic case. It's very strange, whereas on this one it's over there again, where I would expect to see it. So, very odd. And this one has got the 2 pieces of plastic protecting the circuit board, and we've got actual obvious little bubble head LEDs on this one. Oops, let's put that back there. How are we doing? Is this warmed up? Let's see what. So this must be the negative end. Right, that's off. Oh. That's off. So that's our battery off. That's fallen off. I can put that over there. Right, let's see what this says for the battery. Minus at that end, plus at this end. Oh, not too bad. That will charge up, I think, 2.73. So with a bit of luck that will charge up. Right, I've just roughly soldered another battery on the back. I was trying to hold on to the wires and use my usual method, but for some reason I couldn't get a good connection, so I've just soldered that battery roughly on the back. But there we've got little light working, and one direction, the other direction. I think we'll put a tiny little drop of oil on there, and let that soak in. Going forward, put a tiny little drop of oil on this one. This is only very lightweight machine oil. So presumably if we change this direction we can get the other light to come on. Yep, so we're going the other way, so that all seems okay. I think it's sounding a little bit quieter already. The LED is working okay, so yeah, I think we're good to go. So we just need to unsolder that. I've got the original battery on charge, I think that will charge okay. So I'll stop there. There's the little squares of sticky tape on there, the double-sided tape, so might as well pull that off, because we don't, I mean we could reuse it, but we don't want to reuse it. We'll put some new stuff on, although it wouldn't surprise me if the original Bosch stuff's better than anything that I can buy, but still. Tape off this side. Because it's funny how often the stuff that they use when they manufacture something, when you try to buy aftermarket things like tape and the like, it just doesn't seem to be as good. That's it. Like I say, I'm not sure I'm going to bother to take that one apart because it all looks absolutely fine inside. I almost can't believe how well this one has cleaned up. It looks pretty much like new. Obviously a few scratches down here where it sits on the charger, a couple of scratches up here, but apart from that, I mean, it's in brilliant condition. Right, that bit obviously we need to stay in there. Right, as usual, we've got the fight to get this back into there. I'm going to try and tuck this in. I want the wire to run so that it misses. So that's roughly the area it needs to be in. But that's obviously got to go down there. And I need it to miss this wire because otherwise it catches on the wire and rubs it. So we don't want that. And it's very difficult to get past there. And into the right spot. Lift that up a bit more, I think. Oh, there we go, that's gone down into there. But the wire keeps trying to go. Right, there we go. Now we need just enough clearance for this to catch on the switch. Right, there we go, that's it, that's catching on the switch. Right, now this end, I don't know how well it will show up, but that needs to drop down into there like it has. There's a spot at the bottom there. Oh, it's just dropped into it. I can't even show that, it's so awkward to get to. This piece of plastic should sit further down there. That one, again, that should sit further down. That's sticking up too much. It's not too bad. That needs to sit down there. That's in there. And this should be sitting in the little gap at the bottom, which it is. And it feels quite secure, so we could be in the right spot. And this needs to end up roughly here. Right, and we've got the switch. The switch has got to make sure that it goes underneath a little part of this, but it's not vitally important that it's in a particular spot. It just needs to clear the peg in the middle, so that's like that, and then that just leaves us this part. And obviously we know this goes at the bottom because that's got to take the light. I've got the D portion of that facing upwards, so I need to do the same with this, so I just need to turn it so that that's facing upwards, which it is. So now, in theory, if we can get that so that the LED is on its way into the right spot, there it goes, and we need to lift the motor just enough so that this can go on the end of it. And strangely enough, this one, the motor fits in here quite tight. Some of the motor's been a terrible fit. Right, there we are, so we're on there. and then this should just drop down in place. And when it's in place, there's a tiny little gap there between that metal piece there and this plastic piece here, and the wire for the LED just skips through that tiny gap. It really is a tiny gap, but it does go through there. That means that this should sit on top and miss everything and sit down. Now what we haven't done is put the double-sided tape on, so I need to go back and put a piece of double-sided tape on there and a piece of double-sided tape on the other side. That's not too difficult to do now, because I've discovered from looking at several of them that they just use a little square of double-sided tape. I forgot to mention the double-sided tape on the other side, so I'll mention it here. So there's the square of double-sided tape, and of course there's one on the other side, and this it just needs to slot down onto there. That's gone together nice and tight, and it's moving freely forwards, reverse, and we just need these back. Well, come on, stop going tight on me. I want you to just go straight. No, that one's definitely trying not to go straight in. I hate it when it does that. Oh, we'll come back to that one in a minute. What's going in here? So what's the matter with this one? Just doesn't want to go straight in. Oh, there we go. Found the magic spot. Right. Let's just check. This is still on number one. It is.
My plants.
Okay, same test as usual. Same type of screw, straight into the same piece of wood. That's not too bad, that's screwing in quite well. There you are then. Finished. Except for once, I'm going to get this bit done all in the same go. So there's the double-sided tape on the label. Oh, pull that off. Oh. And there we are. All labelled off. Good to go. Number 6, good as new. Thanks for watching.